Welcome to this month's edition of Corporate Reporting Insights. It's our first edition for the new financial year. In this edition, we've got three broad sections. One, looking at Australian financial reporting developments, which is very important this time of year when so many clients are finishing up and finalising their 30 June 2024 financial reports. In our second section, we're looking at IFRS accounting standards and developments globally around IFRS accounting standards. In our third and final section, we look at sustainability. And as always, the whole Corporate Reporting Insights is packed with a large number of sustainability-related articles. But let's go back to the first section, Australian financial reporting developments. Here we look at three things. First of all, very big news, the new requirements for Australian public companies. So that is for-profit and not-for-profit Australian public companies having to prepare consolidated entity disclosure statements. And that's already effective for 30 June 2024. Very important to have a look at that article. Then in the second article, we look at Pillar 2 disclosures in 30 June 2024 financial statements. And in the third article, we look at income tax amendments relevant for general insurance contracts. And this has now become law, these income tax amendments. Then in our second broad section on developments around IFRS accounting standards, 5 articles here looking at the reclassification or the potential reclassification of borrowings at 31 December 2024. So this is the classification of borrowings between current and non-current. The second article looking at accounting for voluntary purchases of carbon credits. So this, again, is the accounting side of a very important topic around sustainability and measuring your carbon footprint. In the third article, we look at when is the appropriate time to de-recognize trade receivables and payables settled via electronic bank transfers. There's been some standard setting activity in that space. And then in Article 4, we look at illustrative interim financial statements for half years ending 30 June 2024. So if you've got a 31 December year end, what you do in your interim financial statements. And then we also have in the fifth article a 30 June 2024 year end IFRS accounting standards update, making sure you've picked up everything in your financials. If we then move on to our third section on sustainability, believe it or not, we've got 11 articles around sustainability. We want to start by announcing that BDO and Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand have worked together to develop roadmaps for entities getting ready for climate-related disclosures in Australia. Now, in this collaboration, we've developed a comprehensive guide for finance professionals, and we've got a roadmap for Group 1 entities, a slightly delayed roadmap for Group 2 entities, but also a potential roadmap for Group 3 entities. So we're very excited to share that, and there's an article and a link to these roadmaps. In our second article, we look at some more alignment between Australian and global climate disclosures. Then we look at the role of voluntary and mandatory sustainability reporting and the interaction. In the fourth article, we look at a new memorandum of understanding between the Greenhouse Gas Protocol and the IFRS Foundation, which is a very important development because the Greenhouse Gas Protocol is being used to measure carbon footprint, and then IFRS S2 is looking at the disclosure and reporting aspects. So the two need to work together very closely. The fifth article is looking at government sustainable finance roadmap, which has been launched. We also look at guidance on disclosing comparatives for sustainability disclosures. We look at interoperability guidance between international and European standards if you're part of a European group. We have an article on navigating the Task Force on Nature-Related Financial Disclosures, the TNFD. We look at sustainability at a glance around IFRS sustainability disclosures that existed at 30 June 2024. Another publication looking at European sustainability reporting standards, and finally, a legal guide to the European CSDDD corporate due diligence duty on human rights and environmental impacts. So as you can see, we're starting this new financial year on a high with a large number of articles explaining all the latest and greatest around financial and sustainability reporting.